Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper, and in this video today I'm going to talk to you about selecting proper, good winter clothing. And I just want to go over a few points that I myself personally have picked up over the past couple of years, and things that have really come to my mind that are important here lately as far as good winter clothing go. Because before I start showing you some gear and putting some points out there from my own experience, one thing that got me the other day is I was coming home from my employer and I got stuck in a huge traffic jam. It's going to be a cold night, and guess what? I didn't drive my normal vehicle. I drove a vehicle I was borrowing from my mom. We actually swapped up vehicles that day. So guess what? No bug out bag, no food, no nothing. You know, totally ran a risk right there. And then look at there, blam, stuck in traffic jam. Thankfully I was able to get off, take another route home eventually, and I had enough gas. But the thing is just when you least expect it, that's when, you know, disaster strikes, whenever a bad mistake happens. Now, with that said, you know, winter's coming on, and the days of wearing a t-shirt, you know, are going to be at an end. I think it's so important that you invest your money in good clothing. You know, mixed fiber clothing is something you see out in stores, you know, retail stores a lot anymore. And it is so hard to get good clothing that's not junk. And the good stuff always costs a fortune. But the good thing is if you shop around, especially eBay, one of the #1 investments I would encourage people to invest in is military, you know, equipment, military clothing. They always got a surplus of it. Now, you know, that's kind of awkward going into your employer wearing an M65 field jacket or whatever, you know, but this is stuff for whenever hard times come. I'm going to show you some stuff for just around town. But like this right here, you know, this is a good cotton pullover. But the thing is it's breathable because it's 100% cotton. It's not a mix, you know, and that's the thing. The mixed fibers causes you to lose quality in your gear. You know, this right here will keep you warm for, well, pretty low, you know, pretty low degrees. But the thing is like this True Spec, you know, True Spec makes good pants. And, you know, a lot of the videos I do, I've got them on, and by the way, nobody's giving me money for doing this, you know, promoting their products. But this is good gear. This is, you know, cotton canvas type pants. And that stuff holds up good in the winter. You know, going further along here, this is made by Massif, and you've seen me, you know, have this before. I think I demonstrated this, you know, my bug out bag. This goes in my bug out bag. It's flame proof, okay? It's really good, durable material. I mean, it's well built, but it comes at a high cost. You know, this is like $150, $160 jacket. But the thing is, it's going to last you. And that's one thing that people take a shortcut on when they start prepping, is they're like, well, I've only got 20 bucks and that thing costs 30 bucks. Well, I'll just spend the 20 now and get it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not the way to go. Save the money and get the good stuff, because you can't go down to the department store and get this stuff when the stuff hits the fan. Okay, this right here, you take something really nice and breathable, good quality made. You know, this is Legendary Outdoors, I believe is who made this. I just picked this up. Yeah, Legendary. But you take something good and breathable like this that'll keep you decently warm over like a t-shirt or something, and then you put this on. It's going to carry you through a long cold winter night, okay? And it's quality, and that's the thing. It's going to last you for at least a couple years. You know, when hard times hit, you keep one for your bug out bag and you keep one stocked on the shelf, and there you go. You got 3, 4, 5 years out of good winter gear. Because when the trumpets start happening, I mean, things are going to be so chaotic that you can't go looking for materials, okay? Yeah, you can't go shopping anymore. You're going to have this stuff around, and this clothing is one of the most important things you need, because if you're not taking care of your body, then you're not going to last anyway, and all the rest of the gear on your shelf ain't going to matter anyway, because you go out there and freeze to death when it's 5 below and, you know, your goose is cooked. Alright? And while I'm getting this off, I'm getting some other stuff here. Something I want to point out to you is, you know, even in the scripture, pull this up on my phone here. In Leviticus 19 it says, not to wear, it says, neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. One thing that you have to be careful about when getting clothing is, you know, not only is wearing like cotton and wool mixed together a transgression of the scripture, but it has been proven scientifically, and go figure, as German scientists always that pulls this stuff off, is that wool and linen mixed together will drain the natural energies out of your body. So now not only have you got a garment that's not going to last, but you're out here, you know, trying to survive, and the natural energy that's let off by your body, you know, your body does produce natural electricity. I know that's shocking to some people, but it does. That's draining you. So now you're not only draining yourself outwards, but, you know, the physical task of trying to get things done is draining you. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to stress today is to buy good quality stuff, you know, that'll last, like, you know, the stretch you won't wear out tomorrow, and, you know, that'll start ripping holes in it because you bought it at the $5 store or something. You know, make sure that it's good quality stuff, okay? Now, gun shows. Alright, you know, I was talking about the Army surplus and things like that, gun shows, alright? These guys show up, you know, get you a good military jacket right here. This thing, I have took this hunting, I think I've took this all the way out west of Wyoming for, right there you go. With this on this right now in this house, my wife always keeps it freezing cold. I'm like about to start sweating at any minute. This is good quality gear. It was made for the military. The military always gets the best equipment because they're out there in the middle of the worst conditions. Okay? The little jacket you get at the store is meant for, you know, to go and get on the bus or go to school and come home or go to work and just get out of your car for 5 minutes. It's not meant to stand out there in like freezing temperatures for hours on end. This is. Okay? And it even has room for liners. You know, you can get the new modern Eastwex and that have the really nice rain-proof stuff and things like that. And this stuff you need to take into consideration because store-bought stuff is just not good enough anymore. Okay, now here's something very affordable. Just pick this one up. It's made by Condor. I get there. I think I still have the tag in my pocket from where I got it. Yep, Condor. Okay. Very affordable for preppers. This is what I invest in. Condor, I buy, you know, tactical gear from them. I buy clothing from them because it's priced right. It's made quality. 100% polyester, that micro fleece stuff. You know, you put that on, and then out here in the cold again, put a military grade beanie on, and that's micro fleece. You know, not mixing fibers, 100%. And then there you go. Some gloves, and I'm set for a good cold night. And I'm only out like 10 bucks, you know, to get this off eBay, and then this is like 50 bucks. So for 60 bucks, I'm good down to probably, I don't know, 15 degrees or something like that. And then this on under it, probably on down to, you know, way on down in the low temps. But gloves, okay, I see people that put on the nicest coat, and then they walk around and they're, you know, freezing their hands off. And I've done it many a time, like working in warehousing. Get on a forklift and I'm taking off and I'm just blazing a trail through the warehouse and out into the cold, and the next thing I know I'm just like, can't feel my hands because I didn't put gloves on. Alright? And be careful when you're selecting your gloves. You know, I want to still be able to use, like, you know, electronics and things like that when I'm out on the go. They make gloves now that, you know, the tips are made for electronic devices. Plus I have, you know, if you're at work and you're having to touch stuff, you know, there you go. Plus later down the road, if you're needing to guard your place and, you know, you're switching from your rifle for a minute, you're pulling something up, you know, you might still be using that phone like I've showed you on another video on how to use that. You have another phone over there and using that as surveillance. You might need to pull that up and look at the surveillance thing. You know, you always need to consider every little thing when getting your gear. And another thing is, a lot of people don't have a balaclava or nothing like that for, you know, cold weather, winter. I mean, like I could pull that up if it's really cold. Something really simple. It's just a little respirator mask. I know it would look ridiculous, but if you're out in the middle of the woods freezing to death, you pull this out, it'll help hold the heat in because you're not drawing all that super cold air in, and it's like $1 out of your pocket, you know. I know I've kind of rambled on for the past couple minutes, but it's something that's really stuck out to me lately, and it's something we all need to get, is a lot of good cold weather gear, because I don't want my family freezing to death. You know, when that last log hits the fireplace, when that last gel fuel and the last drop of propane goes, and you don't have good cold weather gear, that might be the last night you have, and it's a deep freezing cold winter. So make sure to get this gear on the shelf, because not only if disaster strikes now, but when the trumpets happen, there's going to be a lot of chaos, and you're not going to be able to get this equipment when you need it. So make sure to prepare now. So until we see you again, I hope this has been a blessing to you. I hope it gets the wheels turning, and make sure to get good quality gear that'll last you a long time. And until we see you again, I hope and pray you have a most blessed day in Yahushua's name.